Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we are in our brand spanking new Object 705A Tier 10 Heavy Tank. First match I had in it was a Grand Battle 30 versus 30. Lots and lots of targets to shoot at. Um, I don't like showing this as my very first match because it's, just they can get kind of dragged out. But I figured, well, I like to, like I said, try and show you the very first match that I have, and it just happened to be a grand battle. So I figured, well, I'll stick to my word and show it to you. And you'll have to forgive me if I yawn a lot during this video. I got it's 11:10 and I got to get up at 1 o'clock, so I've got like hour and 45 minutes, give or take, before I got to get up. And I haven't even gone to bed yet. But anyways, I don't know these maps really at all whatsoever, because when they were first initiated, and when they first came out, I kept getting matches in my 183. That's the only tank. Every time I played my 183, I'd get a grand battle. And it's back when they only had 12 shells, so you would do, you're shooting. You're shooting stuff halfway across the damn map, and the round is not the fastest round in the world. So most of the time, they'd see the round coming at them and literally back up. You would miss, and it was slow and big, and you get lit up and just, frickin'. How many arty in there in this match? A lot of times there's a butt ton of artillery. Well, there's only one. That cocksucker kept shooting me once I get lit, too. Bastard. Wish they'd take flipping arty out of the game. But, so anyways, I shut the grand battles off because I just got sick and tired of every time I played my 183, regardless of what other tank I played, every time I played my 183, boom, grand battle. I'm like, crap. And my son, he was, him and I were, I don't think he can platoon up, so we must have been clicking in. I can't remember if we clicked in or we were platooned up, and you can get in these. I think, can you platoon? Yeah, so we were platooned up. I kid you not, we'd be playing, and as soon as I played my 183, boom, grand battle. And he's like, Dad, this sucks. so both of us actually shut grand battles off, and I turned it back on because I know they got a new map, and just, you got 30 enemies to shoot at, so a lot of times you can do a lot of damage, just depending on what tank you happen to be in when you get thrown into a grand battle. So let me shut my mouth and get this going. So anyways, they're up in this area right here. They're right over here. But this IS-7, I get a nice shot on him. He goes invisible, but you'll see he's burning. So I actually shot him, and he had no fire extinguisher, so he burnt. I did, I think 1,300 damage with that one shot. Yeah, he did 651 damage just from him, what he, burnt. And then we took out the 5155, and I get lit here in a second. And I kid you not, as soon as I'm lit, bam, round hits me. I think it just takes my track off, but it's like, how in the hell is somebody pre-aimed up here? I mean, but, you figure, you look at this, like just a firing line right here. IS-7s, IS-4, bad chats, E-50. And as soon as I'm lit, here comes a shell. Where's it at? Boom, there it is. So E-50M hits me, so I back the hell out of there. Because, if you stayed up there, come over that ridge, you're just asking to get shot the heck. So I figured I'd come around over here to the west side and see if I can help get rid of these guys over here. So far, we're actually doing pretty darn good. We got 77%, and they only have 65 left. I got a shot into this guy. Nah, I hit the rock. But boy, did I kill that rock. I'm sorry, guys. I want to look at something. So it says 5 and 2. So we lose. Is that what it is? Yeah, we lost 2 tanks. Okay, so that's what that is. We've killed. No, it's how many they have killed and how many we killed. So we killed 5 of them, and they've killed 2 of us. I'm sorry, like I said, I shut grand battles off. Never really, only played like, jeez, oh Pete's, maybe 5 matches, and I got sick and tired of every time I played my 183, I'd be rating a grand battle match, so I shut it off, and so I didn't really ever learn what all this shit meant. So, but anyways, I'm gonna come around here and derp the 268. Is that what it is? 268, right? And there's the Artie shell. One of many. Yeah, 268. I know a lot of people won't use their repair kit and stuff, but once Artie hits me, you know, it sucks because you got a 90-second or whatever refresh on this stuff, but I don't like to just sit there and then have tanks up here just start, you know, shooting me in the butt and doing a lot of damage to me. That IS-7 killed a lot of ants that were right in front of them. Shot the dirt big time. So now artillery decides that he wants to kill me. So we're bouncing. This thing is a beast, I'm telling you. Other when artillery hits you again. Most of the damage I receive is from artillery. Now I've got a decent crew in here, so you know they knocked my tracks off. I did get penetrated by the IS-7 at the time for 547. That's all right. We'll go up here. That time it just he knocked my track off. This one takes a shot here, and he knocks my track off. I don't know what it just must be because the tracks stick out so far, but I get tracked so much, and no damage gets done. It's not even funny. I mean, literally, I will get tracked. I would say if I got shot 10 times in the front, 8 times out of those 10, they'll just knock my track off, and the other 2 times they might pen me. But this is definitely it is a bitch to pen this thing. I was surprised that these guys were just shooting AP rounds, but nothing's penned our front lower plate. I think he went in on my side over here somewhere. Yeah, you can see they were shooting at the turret, bouncing. And then this is kind of a disappointing thing right here when you shoot at a tank, an IS-7 angled like that, which kind of negates his armor because that's a pike nose, and you shoot him in the side right there, it should go right through, and it bounces. But if you've noticed, I've been a very good boy, and I've shot nothing but standard rounds. I want to see where I get hit because he lit me on fire. So that's what it was. I'm on an angle, a down angle, and he put a round right through that front plate because I'm angled. To him, it's a big flat spot because I'm coming down this hill. So that's what, that's how he caught me on fire and went through my upper plate. Yeah, that sucked. I got a semi trying to back up. I hope this clown doesn't hit me because I will not be a happy camper if he does. If you hear me start swearing, you'll know he hit me. And I'm still a cooking. So I'm like, oh my god, kill this guy, hurry up, somebody kill him. Please kill him. Please kill him. He shot something behind me. Oh, and then already shot next to me, and all he did is knock my track off, I think. But finished the Badger off. But yeah, I burnt for 724. Holy ouch. That is definitely not a good thing when you cook like that. So, I don't know. It's obviously got a front-mounted engine. If they hit you, you know, if you're coming down a hill and they hit you like that, and it goes through that front plate like that, obviously, you're in trouble. So, I think I might be putting the fire extinguisher back on here. The premium fire extinguisher. Be right back, guys. Alrighty, apologize about that, guys. I had to go for a minute because some jackass-hole truck driver didn't have the brain cells to actually back into a slot and wanted me to move. Well, we are connected to what they call a Qualcomm. It's a computer. It's GPS based and Wi-Fi based, and our company knows if you so much as move these trucks an inch when you're not supposed to. When you are hooked, and this isn't just our policy, this is DOT, Department of Transportation's rules, that if you are hooked to a trailer, you are not to move that vehicle at all whatsoever if you are in off-duty status. And I wasn't going to risk, getting in trouble or having, my off-duty privileges, even though I'm an owner-operator. It's basically a lease purchase. I still don't own the truck 100%, and they have rules that you need to follow. And when I first started working for the company, I was told by my dispatcher, because I was like an hour away from my house where I dropped the load off, but I ran out of hours. He's like, don't worry about it, just go home. They won't catch it. Well, the following, like 2 weeks later, I found out they had done a check and checked to see if anybody had been driving while off duty, where they were at, and all this other crap. Well, then I get a call from our safety department telling me that that was a big no-no, and that if they catch me doing that again, they can pull my driving privileges while I'm at my house all the way, on my home time, all the way up to termination. So I wasn't going to move for this dickhead. I mean, I got backed in here fine. 2 other drivers had already been in, backed in, and left. Obviously, he had no backing skills, so the fucking retard wanted me to pull, and literally it wasn't just like a pull an inch away from the door. I mean, he wanted me to literally move probably, I'm guessing, about 75 yards to make room for him to back in, because he doesn't have the brains enough to know how to back in. And I told him no. Well, then the asshole got pissed and kicked my truck. Now, back in the day, I wouldn't have thought twice about hopping out of my truck and knocking his fucking teeth down his throat, and I almost did. But, I've been really good about stopping myself and thinking, Jeff, you've got kids, you don't need to be going to jail. So I just called the cops and had them come deal with the prick. And then he thought I was asleep when he went to leave, and he nailed his horn and just held on to it for probably about, I'm guessing, 15, 20 seconds, and then he drove off. So, yeah, I had to have the cops come up here and talk to him, and, that way I could look and see if there's any damage to my vehicle and whatnot. But, yeah. Anyways, so, yeah, this is the Object 705A, and I'm really liking it. But, yeah, if you guys like the video, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield. Well, I guess it's the best way to show the pros and cons of a tank. You take it into a battle, and first battle is 30 versus 30. That was a grand battle. So I heard pros and cons about not taking a fire extinguisher, that you're better off bringing food, because then just everything from your reload, your aim time, your dispersion, your power to weight ratio, which that didn't move, so I guess maybe your vents have something to do with that, but I guess food doesn't help that out in any aspect. But you got to think that's the motor, so well, whatever. Helps your camo, your vision, and your signal range and stuff. Whereas a fire extinguisher stops you from burning, obviously. The crew I have in this is pretty good, but none of them are trained with the fire extinguisher skill. And as you can see, I got hit pretty hard there. I'm not sure if that was the Badger that hit me and caught me on fire, or if artillery. I mean, you got 30 tanks, shooting at you, and things can go south real quick. This thing it's a beast. I'll give it that. This thing is a flippin' beast. We ended up blocking what did we block total? So, well, we ended up doing 4,292 damage. We got 3 kills, a base experience of 936. It was a Master Badge, 3rd class, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Hand of God, and a Spartan. Spartan is because I was down to like 98 hit points, and I think I got hit two or three times. I mean, you only got to get hit once. Yeah, survive a ricochet or non-penetrating hit from an enemy team player. Your vehicle must have less than 10% of its hit points left. Well, I only had 98 hit points, so I definitely do qualify for that one. And this Hand of God, what does this one mean? It's survive and win the battle having received damage from at least 4 different enemy vehicles. She has more like 40 different vehicles. Cripe almighty. I actually shut off the grand battles for a while because I'm not joking. I am totally 100% dead serious. Every time I would play my 183, I would get a grand battle match. And it's the only tank that I ever got it in. I never got it in a medium, any other heavy, not my Moss, E100, nothing. It was always my 183. And that was before they upped the shells. So you had, I think that was before, yeah, the first Grand Battles came out, you had 12 shots. That's it. So, I mean, you'd either run out of shells or, you know, it's so, you know, lumbering and kind of slow, and you'd get lit up and just decimated, or something on the enemy team would get lit up and it'd be halfway across the map, and you know, it's a real derpish kind of gun in long range. I mean, you would shoot, and I mean, by the time the round was almost there, they've backed up, wrote a letter home, ate dinner, and so the shells, I would miss so many shots. So I said, screw it, and shut it off. But I turned it back on, and because for one, it's got well, they got a new map now. Can't remember the name of it, but anyway, so we blocked a shot from the IS-4 for 440. We blocked one from the IS-7 for, actually just knocked my track off by the looks of it. This IS-7 we did 1,383 damage to, and we actually lit him on fire. That was 1 shot of damage. Average damage on this gun is 650. So you can tell he didn't have a fire extinguisher either. Because average damage is 650. We did 1,383 damage. This other IS-7, we hit him 3 times for 1,712. Took him out. Bounced 2 of his shells for 980. The Bat Chat, we hit him once for 556. 100 off. That's a low roll. Really low roll. Damage upon the spotting was 99. The Badger hit him twice and took him out for 620, and bounced one of his rounds for 480, and the Foch 155. We hit him for 21 and finished him off, and we spotted the object 268, and he got hit for 82. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th most damage with 4,292, 3 kills, 936 base experience. We had 10 shots, 9 hit, 8 pen for 4,292 damage. From a distance of more than 300 meters was 1,404. I think that might have been all basically the IS-7. We got hit 9 times, 4 pen, 5 bounce, 2 hits were from splash damage from artillery. So we blocked 1,900. Damage 5, destroyed 3, and damage with our assistance was 181. I shot all standard rounds that match and lost money, but I think, oh yeah, that's right, because I had food. God, I ended up using my repair kit, I think, twice, and I had to use my first aid kit, I think, twice too. So let's look here. Supply, well, 30,000. These are oh, it's because they're on sale. So, according to this, obviously we get charged for the food every match, and then the large first aid kit and the large repair kit. So, yeah, we just supposed to use one of each. I wonder how that works. I never really have paid attention. If you use, let's say, your repair kit, obviously it charges you 20 grand for it. Now, if you use that again or 2 more times, are you going to be charged 60 grand? or 40 grand, or does it charge you just the one time, but then you get to use it multiple times? I need to look into that. I've never really thought about that, to be honest with you. So really, all in all, I mean, losing 20 grand, almost, well, 20 and a half, not too shabby, really. Oh, excuse me. I gotta get ready for bed here. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I gotta get up at 1. Yeah, I'll get about 2 hours of sleep. I want to get this video out so you guys can kind of check it out. But just real quick, I'm going to do a real fast kind of review of this thing. I really do like it. I had the match and grand battles, and then I did a bunch of the ranked battles, and I got bumped up in rank. I'm at a 1 star, almost a 2 star. All I need is one more chevron. I'll be a 2-star general. Yeah, bitches. The armor on this thing is hellacious. Most of the time I'm finding people just start flinging HE at me because they can't pen it, or they don't know where to pen it. You know, because it's so new and stuff. And basically you want to aim face on, you know, straight on. The turret, yeah, that's hella good armor on that turret. If you angle, try side scraping, you can give him a, you know, the spot right here, which is not a good thing. You know, it, you know, really does good for your lower front plate, but then, you know, you give him that angle right there. You know, that's why you want to kind of face straight on. You start trying to side scrape, so then you always give him a possibility of penning you right there. Yeah, that's, but to be honest with you, that's like the only weak spot. My son thought this was a weak spot, but the tier 9, the 705 itself, where is that little booger? 705A, 705. It's got the same, I call it the shit strip, or pussy patch. Shame on my dirty mouth. He thought that was a weak spot, so we took it into a training room and we shot the crap out of it. I mean, with heat shells, AP, HE, and nothing. I mean, the HE did a little bit of splash damage, but I took in the new tank destroyer, the 268 version 4, and the pen on that gun is wicked. Standard is 293, premium, which sucks that it's heat, but bumps you up to 360. And so when you see that, I'm telling you, it is not a weak spot. Don't waste your ammo, unless you're like facing it like this, like you're above him, because that is just, it's not a weak spot. We couldn't pen it at all. The only places we could consistently pen these things is this, you know, each side. You know, when you'd pull out the side scrape and the front lower plate, it was like, I don't know, maybe 1 out of every 5 shells, maybe 1 out of 6 shells would pen the lower plate. And it was usually when he would play like a real, my son would take one of his tanks that's got really high penetration. If you can angle it, then you get, you know, it's a lot better. But so anyways, I'll shut my mouth and we'll go over this real quick. So, oh, I'm sorry, keep yawning. I gotta get in bed. The gun on it is actually very good. It is a 152. Standard penetration is 256. Premium is 317, and your HE shell is 90. 650 average damage for your premium and your standard, and 840 for your HE shell. Unfortunately, you get heat for your... I wish at least one of the shells would have been APCR, but no such luck. It's not real derpish. I mean, the round does get there. It's got pretty good velocity. I think my son said he looked it up. I want to say he said it was like 950 or 900, which is pretty good. You start getting anything over like a 750, you're starting to get a real good velocity on the gun. Armor-wise, I like the way they got that barrel wrap. That looks cool, like it's been in some action. So my reload time is 14.32. I got a good crew in this. I got brothers in arms and working on the 3rd crew skill. Turret traverse is 31.85, and the hull traverse is 29.1. So it's pretty good. You still have to be careful that you don't get circle strafed by a like a Bat Chat or an Object 140, or one of the faster mediums or a light tank. Gun depression is kind of unfortunately sad, but like I said, all these new Russian tanks that I got, and including this one I just got, gun depression is only -5, which really kind of blows. Elevation is good at plus 20. I just wish it would at least get like 7 at the minimum. Aim time is actually pretty good at 2.46, and I went with gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, and vents. So the aim time is 2.46, but like I said in the previous video, your reticle is already shrunk down 20% while you're moving, so when you come to a stop, it's already shrunk down 20%. You get 2,450 hit points, so you get a pretty good chunk of hit points for Tier 10 Heavy. Hull armor in the front is 175, and whoops. Yep, I couldn't even see it there. Sorry about that. The turret is 330. So yeah, this turret's like an IS-7 turret. What is the IS-7 turret? I never really looked. Yeah, that's only like my Smurf. It's my Smurf IS-7. That's only 240. So you take the 705, and it's got actually a more rounded turret. I just don't see anything going through that turret at all whatsoever. And it's got some spaced armor you can see on the gun mantle here. Yeah, good luck trying to pen that. Oh, where were we at here? We were on the sides. There's 100 on the hull and 150 on the turret. So side scraping, if they don't know how to shoot right here, you can side scrape with this pretty damn good. Or wait till you see them shoot and then pull out, take a shot, and then back up real quick. And the hull in the back is 60 and the turret is 120. So the turret is tough as hell all the way around. I do love the looks of these machine guns on the top of the turret there. It looks pretty wicked. So even the side view just looks pretty neat. So it's 100. Well, I can go up to 105 ton. Mine's at 100.8. You get a 1500 horsepower engine. Top speed and forward is 40, reverse is 15, and your specific power to weight is 14.88. I think the ground resistances might not be too good, because it seems for a 14.88 specific power to weight, it seems like it would have a little more get up and go, but it seems a little bit sluggish, so I think the ground resistances must not be very good. Concealment's 8.16, which is actually really good for a flippin' heavy. I mean, I've got a couple artilleries that aren't even, they're like 7. If you ever looked at the Conquer gun carriage and the T92, they're like 5, 6, 7, something like that. So that's actually not bad for a heavy tank. View range is 432, which is great, and signal range is 782. I really like it. It is a beast. It really is. It's got great slopes all over the front, but like I said, just be real careful if you try side scraping, they don't hit you in the side right there. Otherwise, this is not very. Let's look down the barrel. Ooh, can you hear me? Yeah, it's not easy at all to pen in the very front. But anyways, we'll go ahead and I'll do the reverse, and I'll do the replay in this part. So this will be the end of the video. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.